Today, we're diving into one of Austin's most eclectic areas, one I've even referred to as a mini Brooklyn. We're going to talk more about the overall location, where you'll be spending most of your time day to day, and even jump into some of the neighborhoods to give you a really solid overview of what you can expect when living in this particular spot. Let's go ahead and jump right in. The first topic that I'll unpack for you is one of the top reasons this area has become so popular, and that is its convenience to downtown. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to give you a more comprehensive overview of the entire area. I'm actually going to reference all of East Austin, which I'll refer to as the general location just east of I-35 and west of Highway 183. In East Austin, you can be as close as 5 minutes to downtown or as far as 20 minutes. So no matter how you slice it, it is very convenient to downtown, and that's ultimately what people love about this location. Although you'll find yourself frequenting downtown because it's just so easy to pop over across the highway, you don't necessarily have to go into downtown, and I'll explain exactly why that is. The east side is filled with neighborhood restaurants, bars, coffee shops, all with their own really neat local flair. For example, if you live in the Holly district, which is just a little bit south in East Austin, you might find yourself popping over to Laundrette, a restaurant right in the heart of Holly, or even just taking advantage of all of the great spots right along East Cesar Chavez Street. I'll break down these areas for you here shortly as well. East Austin has really taken off in terms of growth in recent years too. On top of being so close to downtown, you'll also find major employers in the immediate area, including Oracle's campus on East Riverside and even Tesla's Gigafactory farther east near the Austin airport. On that note, you're also only within a short drive time to the airport, making for a very accessible location all around. Switching gears here slightly, I find that most people who want to be near downtown also really enjoy an active lifestyle and like to tap into all of the things that Austin is really known for. So on that note, let's dive into the outdoor activities that make this East Austin area such a fun spot for people. First, we're going to start with the Lady Bird Lake Hike and Bike Trail. When people hear Town Lake and Lady Bird Lake, they immediately think of downtown Austin, but what many people don't know is there are actually several access points in East Austin that are just as nice and often not as crowded. I always welcome that. On this trail, you're actually able to do a complete loop around Lady Bird Lake itself, ride your bike into downtown, or just drop your paddleboard in the water on a really nice day, which is the majority of our days. In recent years, a really great boardwalk just over the water was built, so you'll find a lot of people jogging and riding their bikes here as well. As you get to know East Austin, you'll find that this next outdoor spot is fairly unexpected, and that is the Morris Williams Public Golf Course, located right around the corner from a super nice walkable neighborhood, which I'll highlight in just a bit. This course also includes a driving range, putting greens, and a clubhouse. So for the golfers who also want more of that urban lifestyle, this is very accessible for the area. Although Lady Bird Lake is one of the biggest draws to the overall East Austin area, you'll find a handful of really nice green belts and walking trails all throughout this location. As we move full steam ahead right into the neighborhood highlights in East Austin, I want to quickly welcome you to the channel or back to the channel. My name is Aubrey von Behren. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in the Austin Metro, helping hundreds of people make a move to and within Austin. If it seems like you might want to work together, then be sure to call, text, or email. I would love to be a resource for you along the way. As always, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're alerted of the weekly videos that I'll be putting out for you. Since you've been patiently waiting, let's dive into the neighborhoods that make up all of East Austin. First on our list is a very popular spot known as the Holly and East Cesar Chavez area, as both of these are the closest to downtown, just minutes around the corner. As a general rule of thumb, the closer you are to downtown, also the more expensive the homes, even if they're not necessarily as nice as you would expect. Not to say that's the case in this area, because these homes are actually very nice. This Holly area is actually the southernmost area of East Austin, and it really includes a nice combination of, I'd say, remodeled bungalows all the way up to brand new, more modern construction that you'll find a lot of in this particular pocket as well. You'll also see a lot of what we call condo regimes in this area. These types of homes typically include 2 detached and separately owned homes on one lot. So when you're browsing homes online, you'll often see an A or a B or a number 1 and a 2 in the property address. And just know that this typically identifies a condo regime component. Because this is the southernmost spot in East Austin, that also means that you're the closest to Lady Bird Lake and all of the really great Austin outdoor offerings that I mentioned a moment ago. You're also within walking distance to Chavez Street itself, where you'll find dozens of really good restaurants that line the street and so many more to come with all of the growth that we're seeing in this particular pocket. Working our way north into central East Austin, you're now situated directly across from the University of Texas at Austin, including the UT baseball and football fields, as well as all of the great, really nice newer concert venues like the Moody Center and Moody Amphitheater. Although the homes in this pocket are fairly similar to what we were just describing in the Holly area, ranging from those smaller bungalows to your newer, more modern construction, you'll actually find a bit more topography here in this location, specifically some of the hilliness in areas rather than the flatter topography as you work your way south. It is important to note that in most of East Austin, there are still many areas with very old homes, a lot of which would actually qualify as teardowns. On that note, growth and development are rampant in this area though, so even as you go farther east from downtown, you're really going to start to see that this is changing very quickly. Situated between this more central spot and the Holly area, you have some really nice commercial development right along East 6th Street, including really popular restaurants, bars, and other local shops like salons and other small businesses throughout. For added convenience, this street is a direct shot into downtown also. A lot of people wonder where they'll do their grocery shopping, especially in these more urban areas, so I'm happy to let you know that there's a newer Whole Foods, Target, and CVS located right around the corner on East 5th Street. On the north side of this area, you'll also be able to take advantage of Manor Road, another really great street with small local businesses and a ton of restaurants. Fun fact that you probably don't know just yet, this street is actually spelled like the word manor, but Austinites pronounce it as Manor Road. There are a handful of similar pronunciations throughout the city, so be sure to reach out to me and ask about that. Before highlighting some other neat pockets that are lesser known, there's a very unexpected area as we work our way up north. Now, this is a really dense master plan community with newer homes, parks, and trails throughout, and really everything that you would need right in your immediate neighborhood. This particular spot is known as Mueller, and it includes 700 acres just 3 miles from downtown, again in East Austin. This community is completely walkable, one of the rare finds in all of Greater Austin, definitely this area, and it features a really big variety of home types, from nice single-family homes to more of your condo and townhome style properties. One of the other big draws to this neighborhood is the 13 miles of hike and bike trails and 140 acres of park area all throughout the neighborhood. I mentioned walkability here, which is tough to find in Austin, but in Mueller, you'll find 750,000 square feet of retail space and over 40 restaurants. Again, all within the development itself, really fueling that walkability that's very hard to find in most areas. Surrounding Mueller are a few other areas with different styles of homes than what you're going to find as you work your way south in some of the areas that I've mentioned. These are 2 pockets just north of Mueller, University Hills and Windsor Park, which are primarily ranch-style homes from the 1960s era. What I really like about this area is the space between neighbors because of the larger lot sizes. You're also going to find that many of the homes are being remodeled and the general area is becoming much more updated, just adding to the overall appeal of the general location. Not only are you so close to the amenities in the Mueller development, including a lot of your big box stores like Home Depot and Target, you're also finding that many of the other great local restaurants and hangout spots are opening in this immediate location as well for just increased added convenience. As you can likely see, there's a reason East Austin has become so popular for people living in Austin and definitely those even relocating to the area. But because there is so much more room for redevelopment in this area and you don't want to make the wrong move, be sure to reach out to me if you are considering this East Austin location. Call, text, or email. Let's talk a little bit more about the areas that might be best for you, along with some of the things that you should avoid when living in in East Austin. Just as a reminder, my name is Aubrey von Behren. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Austin, having helped hundreds of people relocate here to the Austin area. So if you are interested in working together, then be sure to get in touch with me and let's connect about your move to Austin. Until next time.